Hello and welcome back to the NGS Storm Division. I am the Crushinator, and tonight I will be your host for this matchup between the Fool's Gambit and Juan Direction. Hope you're all having a great evening tonight. We should have this match up and running in just a few moments here. While I've got a moment, we'll take a look at the map situation. Fool's Gambit choosing to ban away Tomb of the Spider Queen and Infernal Shrines. And Juan Direction banned Battlefield of Eternity and Cursed Hollow, and they have chosen to take us to Dragonshire for map number 1. I'll give them the old caster ready. I know that we're almost ready to go. This should be an interesting matchup. These two teams have been struggling a little bit in Storm Division so far, but it'll be, I think this should be a good one. I'm excited to see how these two teams stack up and see who comes out with their first big series win. Looks like we're about to get into our first draft here. Interestingly enough, Dragonshire for our first map. It's been a lot of Battlefield of Eternity, a lot of Infernal Shrines that I've been seeing lately in Storm Division. But Shrines and Battlefield are banned, so we might get some maps we don't often get to see, and we're going to start here with Dragonshire. First pick will be going over to the Fool's Gambit. You may notice there's a couple of substitute players here today. Jägermeister is going to be in for the Fool's Gambit, and Colewinter G is going to be playing for Juan Direction today. Dragonshire. There's a couple of ways that people have been playing Dragonshire. Some have been going with the double bruiser, the double offlaner, to be in the top lane and the bottom lane. Could also see something like a ranged. Sometimes you'll see a Chromie or a Lunara, even something like a Zeratul anchoring that bottom lane to just to hold the lane and then be able to threaten in the later game. And globals, also important. Fool's Gambit going to take the Brightwing off the board right off at the start here. One Direction now with the next ban. Going to be that Zeratul. This is one of his better maps. It's already a map where you could be anywhere, rotating top, mid, or bot. There's not really, there's only a couple set places you really need to be on Dragonshire, and the rest is all shot calling. So Zeratul could be anywhere, and that's something to keep an eye on. But not if you ban it. So I do like that ban choice. Fool's Gambit are going to take away the Mei here. Mei, just overall very sturdy tank, great at zone control. So if you need to set up on a point, one of those shrines, or you need to control the mid, Mei can do some work there. And Chromie will be the final ban for Juan Direction. Chromie did receive some nerfs in the last patch, but Chromie still doing exactly what she did before. Just very, very safe damage from a distance. Flyest Raven going to lock in the Falstad here. First pick. So we do get the global, we do get a possible, pseudo offlaner in that Falstad, and we did just get ourselves a minor Falstad rework, which has infused a lot of power into the character that he did not have before. So we get to see a little bit of an exhibition here from the Fool's Gambit. It's going to be Diablo and Rexar coming out from Colewinter G and TV Coffee. Rexar, an old favorite here on Dragonshire, being able to soak the lane and hold the point at the same time. Diablo, of course, able to play around with all the terrain and all the vision around that mid and bottom point, where Diablo can just skulk around and get some picks out of nowhere. Epic player gonna lock in the Leoric here to try to make Diablo's life a little more difficult, and Kubiko is gonna be on the Lucio. That can be a bit of an interesting matchup, Lucio versus Diablo, because, on the face of it, Lucio wants to be on walls a lot, which is where Diablo wants people to be. And also, the knockbacks of Lucio can really ruin Diablo's combos, so whoever kind of gets the jump on the other one can really get some work done. Be interesting to see who comes out on top there. Tychus going to be the ban for Juan Direction. There's already a Leoric over on the side of the Fool's Gambit. Might as well make sure there's not a Tychus, making Diablo really hate their day. Fool's Gambit, they've got the Lucio, Falstad, Leoric. Fairly mobile squad here. Take away the Hogger. So not wanting to see that sort of double solo laner setup, or at least having a Hogger that can go and take camp solo on Dragonshire is also pretty useful. Sonya Sylvanas here for Nathanatos and Rhett. Sonya, starting to see an awful lot of Sonya lately. Very strong in a lot of solo lane matchups, very strong damage with that now favored W build. So it is going to be the double bruiser here for One Direction, splitting the Rexxar and the Sonya. And matching it is Fool's Gambit. They're going to go with the Malthael and the Greymane here. So we're looking at what I'm assuming is a main tank Leoric with a Malthael up top and a Falstad in the bottom lane. So we'll have the Leoric rotating around. This is going to be an interesting rotational setup from Fool's Gambit. Finally, Malfurion, another hero that received some big changes. Going to be picked here by One Direction. Interesting setup from both of our squads here. Fool's Gambit, they can really rotate around however they want. They've got really good camp take. They've got good rotational pressure. From the side of One Direction, they've got a little bit more of a standard team fight advance comp. See if they can actually catch anyone from the Fool's Gambit here. Lucio very good at disengaging with those boops and those speed boosts. Excuse me, need some water here. Alrighty. Getting ready to load into our first game of the day. Fool's Gambit and One Direction facing off here on Dragonshire. Last look at the comps. Yeah, I mean, Fool's Gambit looks like they're playing something a little tricky here. I'm going to have to see it to believe it. Here we go. Game number 1 is underway. On the left in the blue, we have the Fool's Gambit with Kubiko on the Lucio, PBW Hashmer on the Leoric, Flyest Raven playing Falstad, Jägermeister on the Greymane, and Epic Player is on the Malthael. On the right in the red, we have One Direction with Cole Winter G on the Diablo. Nathanatos is going to be playing the Sonya. Rhett is on the Sylvanas. TV Coffee on the Rexxar. And Quantum is going to be playing Malfurion.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Go. Game number 1 is underway here. Falstad going with the new Frequent Flyer quest to gain 40% attack speed and tailwind. So going for an auto attack setup for the meantime. Poor Misha Bear going to be going down here, but 2 people caught in those new sleepy roots of Malfurion. Looks like they're going to get away just fine for now as the wave clear battle in the mid continues. Look at that spread damage coming out from Rhett. Sylvanas going with that Might of the Banshee Queen on level 1. Nice combo onto Hashmer, and that is going to be it for Leoric. But Leoric going to be back pretty soon here for the Fool's Gambit. Diablo looking for Greymane here. Nice knockback from Kubiko. Uh-oh. Diablo could be in trouble here. Slipped on the wall, and that's going to be Diablo going down. A little bit of a misplay there coming out from the side of One Direction. Nice job by Kubiko in denying that initial Diablo engage that they were looking for.
To wield the Dragon Knight's power?
So looks like Malthael doing some double soaking versus Rexxar for the meantime. Rest of the crew over on the side of the Fool's Gambit working on that siege camp. You're going to see One Direction doing the same thing on the right a little bit later. Rexxar doing some double soak as well, but here comes Fool's Gambit. They want to find Rexxar. Another knockback from Lucio is going to seal the fate of Rexxar, and that's a pretty big deal. You're going to see Quantum moving up to the top lane to try to catch some of this XP. That's something that you'll see these really, really good teams do, is they don't lose their solo laner and go, oh well, I guess we lose that XP until they're back up. Someone goes and soaks until Rexxar's back on the battlefield. That's why, despite the 2 kills to 1, these are fairly even XP totals for our squads right now. Going to see One Direction control the bottom shrine, while Jägermeister grabbing that bruiser camp. Nathanatos doing the same thing over on the right-hand side. Cole looking to get the slam onto Kubiko, but slips the wall there. Rhett down here. We still got the 2v2. Looks like a 3v3 as Greymane coming on in to put some pressure onto Cole. Right now, Malthael's got the pressure of this bruiser camp a little bit closer to the wall versus TV Coffee. Sonya could be in trouble in the mid as we have another mid lane gank. Jägermeister coming on through, trying to get the last hit onto Nathanatos. The swipe, oh, the last auto attack from Flyest Raven is just enough to take down the Sonya. Rexar trying to get this channel from afar, manages to control the top while trying to clear out this bruiser that Epic Player has been pushing with. Flyest Raven is here for the interrupt. And Leoric is taking back that bottom shrine, so the Fool's Gambit do deny a very early dragon possibility from One Direction. This is one thing that Rexar does struggle with a little bit. Not the greatest in clearing those camps alone. Uh-oh. The Sleepy Roots are going to be enough. Greymane caught on that rotation. Nice work by One Direction in finding the kill there. This is what their comp wants to do. They want to use that Diablo to abuse the vision and find those picks, but so far it's been mostly... Uh-oh, Kubiko actually getting flipped in there. Nathanatos putting a little bit of damage onto Flyest Raven, but here comes Quantum for the saves. One root is going to land onto Lucio along with the 2-second sleep. Oh, look at that. The level 1 from Malfurion coming up big there. Getting the root, and with enough time, Rhett comes up from the bottom lane and converts that kill onto Lucio. Epic Player being pushed out by TV Coffee and Nathanatos, and we see these teams are just rotating wildly between these lanes. It's very difficult to get a bead on where anyone is at any one time, so the communication between these teams is going to be so important throughout this entire game here. Ashmer being pushed back there. Looks like Malthael does have space to move onto this top shrine once again. Diablo looking for Lucio, finds the stun. The flip is good. Is that enough damage there? Ooh, the wave. Guessing one way. Coin flip. Lucio wins that one and gets out of trouble. Rexar going to send Misha up to this top point once again to get that channel. Epic Player gets onto the point, but not before the shrine is turned back to neutral. Diablo's just going to wait right here. This is really, really nicely done by One Direction as BBW Hashmer going to check out this side bush. Diablo coming on down here is going to be dismounted by Jägermeister. And One Direction is trying to control the top with that Rexar, but Malthael is keeping that wave so pushed into the wall that Rexar's got to be careful. Can't really step out past the wall because they have to stay here and try to save the wall from these minions. It looks like the full wall is going to go down there. Flyest Raven and Cole Winter G in a little bit of a standoff. Uh-oh, now the gank may be coming onto Diablo. Getting down to half health there, but Quantum throws out the zoning roots. Diablo is going to get away as our teams reach level 10 here. Sonya manages to get the leap in time. It was looking like, you know... It was looking like a leap, but he didn't take it just yet. There's the APOC engage, going to land on Kubiko. A nice pushback, though, from Flyest Raven. Big wailing arrow. Nathanatos is going way in there. But Kubiko, with the knockback, is going to disconnect the Sonya, and no kills are going to be had. A lot of ults committed from both sides. Basically all of them, except for the last rites. Malfurion still does have that Twilight Dream, just in case. Ashmer is flipped and pulled. Leoric manages to use the Wraith Walk to get out of there before the root landed. Rexar having a bit of a tough time up here, but overall that's not a huge deal. Like, until you lose that fort, getting pushed in here and taking some extra damage isn't a giant issue. Though it will, you know, having that top lane pressure over the course of a game will matter as we approach level 20. Here we see One Direction taking an aggressive line onto this bottom camp, sniffing out that the members of the Fool's Gambit were on this left side bruiser. So good game sense there. Rexar went down to the mid, and that's going to allow Epic Player to get the jump on this push. 4 members down here. TV Coffee's got to get out of here. Great job getting to that bridge. Looks like we may have another fight in the mid. Nathanatos is going to get the Q onto Flyest Raven here. But the shield is enough for Falstad to get away. Leoric may be able to get away as well with the Wraith Walk, but look at this huge push in the bottom lane, almost taking out this fort. Very nicely done. Uh-oh, Maltheo could be in some trouble here. Diablo was dismounted, looking for some vision. Gets the stun and the flip into the roots. And that is going to be it for poor Maltheo. A Diablo Malfurion combo is so good. Oh, I thought Flyest Draven might have been caught on the barrel roll the first time, but still has the cast to get over that wall. Rexar taking that top with Maltheo down for another 10 seconds. Cole gets the flip onto Hashmer, pushing Leoric back in there. Hashmer now being chased down by Sylvanas. The wave in is going to be... Is it going to be enough? Yes, Leoric's going to fall there. Kubiko could not quite find the save. APOC combo. Trying to pair that up with the boars, but it just didn't quite land. That's another 90 seconds without that APOC for One Direction. Athanatos working on this right side bruiser. We've got a bit of a camp invade coming on through from One Direction. But with BBW Hashmer coming up there, that would have been a questionable advance for sure. Flyest Draven holding the top here. Oh, actually, Fool's Gambit managed to hold the points enough to get themselves a Dragon Knight here at level 13. Gonna get a little bit of push in the mid. Brett getting kicked away there by the Dragon Knight. We'll see how much it can do as it's going to wail on this mid fort, but taking so much damage already. Push in the bottom lane with this Siege Camp might actually get more done here. We see Fool's Gambit splitting off, letting the Dragon just take some aggro in the mid lane. Now we're going to see Malfurion come on down here to try to aid Coldwinter G in this push. Dragon is taken out in the mid. There's possible Epic player could be in some trouble here. Pops the Unstoppable. Can they get the Misha charge? Another Unstoppable is going to come out. Silence Arrow onto 3. Look at the roots. Oh, they're not going to catch Jägermeister, but Nathanatos is. Flyest Draven coming on in here to try to assist. Greymane is the first to fall in this fight. Falstad gets the Gust back. One Direction, they were looking a little shaky in the early going, but they're looking very strong through this mid game. We'll see what they can do with this one-player advantage. Jinxie has cooler hair. Jinxie does have cooler hair. I have no contest for this comment. It is accurate AF. Looks like the bottom fort will be taken here. Greymane is only just now back on the battlefield. We're about to have level 16s. Oh, actually, the wave clear from Leoric is going to be enough to keep One Direction off this fort for now. Uh-oh, we've got a collapse onto the members of One Direction. There's the Entomb. It's going to land onto Coldwinter G, who manages to actually get out of there. Another great Unstoppable by Epic player, but it's not going to be enough as Nathanatos flies in there with the leap. Kubiko trying to get the speed boost away. Big root onto Greymane. Jägermeister trying to back off. Oh no! Lucio gets caught and will go down here. Falstad falling as well. It's a triple kill for One Direction. That's Sonya Diablo pressure with the Malfurion support. It's been doing wonders here for One Direction. They're going to start rotating to the mid to get this free fort here. Rexar still stoked in the top. Looks like Sonya's going down to solo that bottom bruiser. With Malthael just now coming up. We got 10 seconds on Falstad and Lucio. One Direction is going to open themselves up quite the lead here. Athanatos finishing that off. It is full slam here for the Sonya. With that giant slammer online, that's where the damage really starts to pile up. Rexar going to go ahead and get this Dragon Knight. We'll see what our second Dragon of the game can do for One Direction. Mischief Hots with the raiding party. Welcome to the show. Hope you had a good stream. Dragon looks like it's going to be going down to the bottom lane to push in with this Bruiser camp. This could be a very, very deadly push here for One Direction. It's going to start wailing on this wall. Nathanatos is looking for a leap. There's the root. There's the APOC combo as well. It's not going to land. Coming out just a little bit behind there, but the Unstoppables from the Lucio have been really, really nice this game. Dragon is baited into this fort. There's the leap onto one. Jägermeister's going to be blown up there by Nathanatos. Could this be a push for core? This Bruiser camp is still very healthy. Dragon Knight has a couple of hits left on it. Looks like One Direction may be going for it. The stun is good onto Falstad, who manages to get away from that The core down to 90%. Cole Winter G is getting focused down. Manages to stay alive here. Core's at 40%. Rhett is going to fall to the last rites. Quantum gets caught in the Entomb. It's 15% on the core. Can they get it? And it looks like it will be just enough. One Direction picking up the first game in this set. GG. Very, very nicely done there. Wow, yeah, very nicely done. We saw the Diablo Sonia doing so much work in the Malfurion by Quantum. That Emerald Dreams root, that level 1 talent that feels more like a level 16 talent, if you ask me. Doing some good work in that game. Very nicely done. Taking a look at the stats here. Looks like Epic Player on the Malthael coming out big on the hero damage, mostly feasting on that Rexar in the top lane. It was Rhett on the Sylvanas leading the way for One Direction, nearly 46k there, but just great macro rotations, great vision control from One Direction. Finds them the picks they want and finds them the victory. Very nicely done. Take a quick look at the talent screen, see if there's anything too out of place here. Yeah, we saw the frequent flyer there. It was the boomerang on 7. And the sustained winds and the airy gusts for Falstad. But yeah, Emerald Dreams. Entangling Roots sleeps enemy heroes for 2 seconds after the root expires. You saw that gank in the mid, that Malfurion was able to throw out that root way ahead of time, catch the Lucio, and it was enough for Rhett to get up there and get the kill. Very, very nicely done. Well, that is our game number 1. We're going to be going to a quick break. When we come back, it's going to be game number 2 of the Fool's Gambit versus One Direction. Don't go far. Alrighty, welcome back. We are setting up here for game number 2, Fool's Gambit. The Fool's Gambit, I should say, versus One Direction. One Direction taking a thriller there. Game number 1 on Dragonshire. And we're going to be going right into Sky Temple here for game number 2. No rest for the weary. We'll have to double check who actually picked the map. Let's see here. Looks like One Direction picking the Sky Temple. And once again, Fool's Gambit will be first pick. Now, if you're a little confused here, you might have been watching some other NGS, you're wondering why we're playing Sky Temple. In Storm Division specifically, Volskaya Foundry was removed and Sky Temple was added. So Sky Temple is something that you will see occasionally here for Storm Division. While I've got a moment, I didn't get a chance to really before this set on either one, but if you head on over to Matcherino, !Matcherino in the chat, you can contribute money to the Storm Division prize pool for free. All you need to do is create an account and put in the code STORMS2 for Storm Season 2, and you will create money for these players. And you can support some amateur Heroes of the Storm, so head on over there and check it out. Alrighty, Diablo going to be the ban here from the Fool's Gambit. A little bit of respect onto Cole Winter G there. One Direction going to take out the Lost Vikings. Do some serious work on a big map here, like Sky Temple. To see if the Fool's Gambit continues to ban out heroes from last game, or if they're going to try to take out some of those macro heroes. Abathur can do some good work here on Sky Temple with that Mule, healing up damage from the fort. They're going to take away the Sylvanas, though. So Cole Winter G and Rhett going to have to find themselves some new heroes for this next one. One Direction thinking about their next ban here. I wonder if they're actually going to let Abathur through. Abathur's absolutely first pick worthy here on Sky Temple. Could be the Chromie ban. Chromie's still good. Still just a solid mage. Could be the Falstad. It could be true. Falstad able to use the global here on Sky Temple, much like on Dragonshire. And there it is. Flyest Raven going to go ahead and reprise the role on the Falstad. Falstad was doing some work there. Nathanato's instantly snapping up the Zeratul that was taken away last game. And Quantum is going to get that global presence with the Brightwing. All right. I always consider Zeratul to be kind of a pseudo-global. Like, yeah, you can't move around the map, but you also never really know where he is, so you've got to kind of treat him like a global in that way. So we'll call it 1 1/4 globals here for One Direction as of now. Epic player, we get to see a Hogger. Look at that. Kubiko going to be on the Stukov. So we got some good camp control, some good boss control here from the Fool's Gambit in the Falstad Hogger Stukov. One Direction. Let's see what their ban strategy is. They're going to take away the Uther. Uther Stukov is a pretty nasty front line to deal with, so I don't blame them there. Fool's Gambit, they're looking at a Zeratul Brightwing here. Wonder if we're going to see a Tyrael. Tyrael is one that is sometimes taken on Sky Temple just because of how important that boss is. Though, from what I've heard, Tyrael got touched in the patch, and people are saying Tyrael right now is less of a solid tank because they nerfed the slow on level 4, which is a big tool that he used to be a tank. So it might be, you know, if Tyrael does come in, it might be as a soft tank, it might be as a pseudo offlaner here on Sky Temple. Rhett gonna lock in the Sonya here. So still with the Sonya, different player on it this time though. TV Coffee gonna lock in the Hanzo. So a little bit more of skirting around the edges from One Direction this time, rather than the barrel down the middle strategy they played first one. Fool's Gambit. They've got some good boss control. They've got some good camp control. They're going to lock in the Cassia-Johanna combo here for Jägermeister and BBW Hashmer. And it will be a Varian to try to counter this Johanna from Cole Winter G. Okay. Yeah, I'm taking a look here. Yeah, I mean, Zeratul, Sonya, Hanzo, these are good camp clear. These are good wave clear. I think this will work out. I don't see any major, you know, clear advantages in terms of minion clear, in terms of camp clear on either side. So it's going to come down to rotations. It's going to come down to who can find the fights that they want. Though I think the boss control does go over to Fool's Gambit here, if they do want to favor those riskier boss plays. All right, loading on in here to Sky Temple for our game number 2. Here we go. Loading on in for game number 2. On the left in the blue, we have the Fool's Gambit with Jägermeister on the Cassia, BBW Hashmer on the Johanna, Flyest Raven playing the Falstad. Kubiko is on Stukov, Epic player playing the Hogger. On the right in the red, it is One Direction with Quantum on that Brightwing, Nathanatos on the Zeratul, TV Coffee's playing Hanzo, Cole Winter G on the Varian, and Rhett is playing the Sonya.
3, 2, 1.
Here we go. Game number 2 on Sky Temple is underway here. Once again, the frequent flyer for Falstad. That quest on level 1. Cassia going to be stacking up the Thunder Fury Qs. Hanzo going with the Redemption auto attack quest on level 1 here. Going to be looking to stack it on some enemy heroes. As we see One Direction already split into lanes. Zeratul going to be anchoring down in the bottom lane, and Sonya going to be dealing with that Hogger up in the top lane. Kubiko trying to cut off the rotations here. Cole Winter G. Just moving on down here as Nathanatos blinking away. Brightwing coming on in for the save just in case. We see the team start to work out their rotations here. Of course, Varian isn't a full tank until level 4. As we see Zeratul is found there by Flyest Raven in that bush, but look at that extra damage. I think Falstad would have won that trade. But some good damage from Nathanatos there as we see a big invade coming on through from Fool's Gambit. They're going right after the side camp, trying to take advantage of that Varian weakness before level 4, moving across here. Zeratul also fairly weak in the early levels, so I like this play from the Fool's Gambit. They're going to just bully their way in here with their initial scaling and steal this camp and steal that XP. Solid pickup there. All the while, Hogger's... Uh-oh. Hogger losing a little too much health there. Without aggro range on 4, Hogger has a little bit of a harder time soloing that Bruiser camp. Once that level 4 is online, that gets a little bit easier. Picking up their own siege camp here is the Fool's Gambit. Uh-oh. Kubiko could be in trouble here. Still no taunt available, but the charge slow is going to be enough. Stukov caught by the Bush party there of One Direction, and that's going to be first blood. Falstad pushing in this bottom siege camp. Hogger, they go ahead and give this another try. You see the rage build up there? That's going to make this damage a lot easier for old Hogger. Right wing and Sonya working on that right side Bruiser camp. There you go. Well done. Fairly hefty experience lead, actually. Uh-oh, Nathanatos still has a blink. That's going to be enough here. Flyest Raven is really doing a good job of catching these rotations and making One Direction worry every step they take. I want to take a quick look at the experience screen. It really is those mercenaries. Rhett in some trouble here, knocked into the corner by the Hogger. Able to spin away there as a full 4-player rotation up to the top lane. Falstad trying to do some double soaking while this pushes in. Hogger going to bounce off the wall here and get out of dodge. Coldwinter G with the taunt there. Polymorph is good. Oh, Kubiko manages to get away. TV Coffee will not have it. Uses the trade over the wall, but Hogger is there with the slam, and that is going to be it for Hanzo. These two are just on the knife's edge here. Nathanatos and Flyest Raven dueling away in this off lane. Fool's Gambit controlling the top shrine for the meantime. Rhett is working on this bottom shrine, but here comes BBW Hashmer going to force Sonya to back out there. Now Varian trying to deal with this Hogger. That's going to be a tough matchup for Coldwinter G to be sure. Flyest Raven being pushed onto by Nathanatos, who blinks away from Kubiko. As Rhett trying to maintain pressure on this point as we have a full engage here. Hogger uses the Unstoppable to get on out of there. Rhett is being keyed onto now by the Fool's Gambit. That's going to be Sonya going down. Brightwing going to fall as well. TV Coffee poking in from the edges, but Kubiko keeping everyone from the Fool's Gambit so healthy. Can they find Coldwinter G here? Maybe one more? The charge onto the minion wave is going to be enough to get Varian out. But the Fool's Gambit doing some serious work with this first objective. Mid wall is down, top fort is down. Flyest Raven doing some damage to this bottom wall as well. Fool's Gambit with a big opening lead here on Sky Temple. That's exactly what you want on this map. Nathanatos gets caught, going to be blinking on back as Brightwing rejoins the battlefield. A bit of a 5v4 situation as Hogger is rotated to the mid to try to catch some of this XP. Move right onto this fort wall, actually picking up the healing well. So huge pressure on the map coming out from the Fool's Gambit. Level 10 isn't even here yet. Looks like it may come through with these camps. Moving across the map, BBW Hashmer. I don't know if they get here in time. The taunt is going to be enough to secure that camp, but Coldwinter G is going to have to hightail it on out of there. As level 10s have been picked up, and look at that, the Fool's Gambit are going to go ahead and just take this boss with their level 10 advantage. They've got the Gust, they've got the Blessed Shield, Hortipult is in as well. Stukov has the Flailing Swipe, there's no chance for One Direction to do anything about that boss. And that's, you know, just, that's what you get when you've got that experience advantage. You get to make that kind of play. Now they're going to get some big pressure onto this bottom lane. Pressure is on with this siege camp, with this boss. Zeratul and Sonya working the edges there as level 10 has arrived for One Direction. Red is looking for a possible leap here, working around the edges. Here comes one. The Q isn't going to land onto the Johanna. But with this fort wall here, Fool's Gambit do manage to escape. We've got ourselves a solo bottom shrine. Epic player is going to push this wave all the way into the keep wall up in the top lane. Flyest Raven catching the mid. So Zeratul is going to have to answer to this Hogger here. As the bottom shrine is, or bottom temple I should say, is now activated. Checking in, Hanzo at 8 out of 12. Oh, Flyest Raven actually gets taunted before the... Dragon Arrow is going to miss there. I was going to say before the Mighty Gust could split the members of One Direction. Winter G trying to get out of there. The stun is good. Brightwing coming in. Gets the teleport, but the silence is going to be the death of Varian and Brightwing. Great job by Kubiko, knowing exactly where to drop that silence down to make Brightwing's escape almost impossible. So Fool's Gambit looking very, very strong here in this game number 2. Johanna channeling this bottom shrine, going to go ahead and finish off this mid fort. Now we're 6-3 in building total. Brett going to pick up this right side bruiser as Epic player. Waiting, going to go ahead and pick up this camp here. Usually when you see the Hogger just standing there like that, they're using the guiders on their Hog Wild to try to get that perfect up and down bounce right in this area. It's a little bit finicky there, and if you don't get it exactly right, it might take you a lot longer to clear the camp than you intend. So if you don't have cast on release for Hog Wild yet, I highly recommend it. Oh, Dragon Arrow is going to be... Oh, and the Nathanatos using that Vorpal to come back. There's the Void Prison onto 2. Can they find any kills off of this? Polymorph is out. There's the Blessed Shield from Johanna. The Flailing Swipe from Kubiko looks to be enough. So they find the Falstad pick. They do not find any more kills off the Void Prison, but One Direction showing they're not done just yet. Back to Soak to try to find their level 13s. I'm going to go ahead and pick up this right side siege, while the rest, or 3 members I should say, of the Fool's Gambit work on the left side siege. Epic player just keeping this top lane very, very pushed in here. Uh-oh, Hogger could be in trouble here. Doesn't... Oh, gets dismounted. Oh, Hogger could be in all sorts of trouble. Winter G is here for the cutoff. There's the Unstoppable. No way. What an angle there from Epic player, getting away from the 3v1. Allowing extra pressure in the mid and bot lane here for the Fool's Gambit. That's Hogger for you, folks. That's Hogger. Boss is up in a minute 20. Now see level 15 to 13 for the Fool's Gambit here. Got a double temple phase in mid and bot. Athanatos will run into Epic player here, uses the Vorpal to move in, but there's a team coming on through here. That's one blink. That's going to be enough. Athanatos does escape. Void Prison is up and available. All ults are ready on both teams. Flyest Raven is going to go ahead and channel this bottom temple. Mid temple looks like it's going to be a contest, though. I would guess that the Fool's Gambit would love to find their 16s before really picking a fight here. Looks like we're going to look for Ret. There's the Hortipult and the Unstoppable. Ret is going to be caught by the Condemned. Fool's Gambit managed to control this temple point for now as Winter G is looking for an angle of approach. Zeratul is soaking the back lane here. Brightwing ready to come on in. There they come to make this a 4v4. Hogger going to go ahead and bounce between these 2 points. Ultimately get on out of there, and there's the level 16s. Taunt is going to be good onto Hogger. Red jumps into the backline. Is that going to be enough to take down Epic player? Void Prison isolates the Stukov. Kubiko was actually mid-swipe there when the Void Prison came down. Great isolation, and that is going to be a kill onto Hogger there for One Direction. Can they move down and take this boss while they have the advantage? Or is there enough boss control from the Fool's Gambit to actually take this 4v5? You see 3 rotating up to the top lane here. Gonna find Nathanatos. Zeratul's gonna get away here. Johanna sees this. Can they actually get here in time? Falstad has the Mighty Gust, but don't know if they have the fly. Full Winter G gets there. Boss picked up. Uh-oh. BW Hashmer gets that shield immediately broken by the shield breaker of Varian. Even 4v5 there, that's still a risky play for One Direction. But they pays off, they get the boss, they have their level 16s, and they're starting to find their footing here. Still got a ways to go. They're down to 2 keeps. And with the map being Sky Temple, they've got to be as aggressive as possible. Because all Fool's Gambit has to do right now is trade. Moving on in here, going ahead and picking up that Siege Camp steal once again. Varian not quite there in time, has to move back. Augur moving to that top left bruiser camp. One Direction starting to group up in the mid. Looking for a possible engage here. BBW Hashmer is just out of range of the Varian. Now the left camp could be in focus. Nathanatos sees the members here. Augur showing in the top lane. There's the Dragon Arrow going to be stopped by the Unstoppable of Ironskin. But we've got a 5v4 here. The taunt is going to be good. BBW Hashmer somehow alive, moves into the Void Prison. But Johanna going to go down. And One Direction gets themselves a camp invade. Starting to really turn this game around. One Direction's looking really, really good. But they've got to control both these temples here, and they may just be able to do it with Johanna down for another 30 seconds. Augur looking for a possible portable steal. Look at this. Play that nobody expected. Nathanatos notices it now. Augur going to move into lane with a double bruiser camp here. Can Augur make it out of this one? Brightwing's coming on up here. TV Coffee is tanking this entire wave. Epic Player will finally go down. Polymorph is enough to stop the Augur. That means One Direction are going to be able to control these for now. Taunt is going to be good onto Flyest Raven. Trying to move on in here. Dragon Arrow onto 3. Cold Winter G trying to move up there. Nathanatos gets rebuffed by the Flailing Swipe. Double Bruiser Camp in the top lane is starting to do some big, big work for the Fool's Gambit. Someone's going to have to go and deal with that. Looks like Rhett is going to be assigned to that job.
My temple's power.
Cold Winter G waiting for an engage. No one showing in the mid. Boss in 2 minutes will be up and available. Nathanatos just posting with that Zeratul. Cold Winter G is going to move across here. Going to threaten a bit of an engage. Oh, Brightwing coming on through. Then maybe more than a threat. Shieldbreaker coming on out is going to force the Blessed Shield. Thought that was a... Uh-oh, Rhett could be in some trouble here. Manages to stay mounted. Varian and Zeratul moving across. Going to get the VP onto 2. Brightwing is not here. The leap is going to land in this Void Prison. One stun there. Flyest Raven gets the pushback as Nathanatos is silenced. Dragon Arrow coming on through as well as Augur just remaining unstoppable on this point. A lot of ults flying out there just to make sure everything's going to be alright. That's Void Prison down for another 80 seconds. Good attempt, though. Baiting out a lot of ults from the members of the Fool's Gambit. Boss in 1 minute. As we are looking at a top lane temple for our next phase. Level 20s are here for One Direction. Augur showing then that top lane, but manages to scoot on to safety.
Soon they shall bask in my
Brightwing getting some off-lane soak, making sure that there's no funny business on the rotation. Fool's Gambit are going to go ahead and pick up their siege camp. One Direction is coming across here, but they don't get there in time. Be a possible fight here in the mid. Nathanatos is looking for something. Doesn't have Void Prison for another 20 seconds here.
my magic flow.
But they're just trying to create some space here for Hanzo to channel this top temple. There's the Dragon Arrow going to land onto the back line. Red jumping in as well, but there's the Wind Tunnel from Flyest Raven, getting Jägermeister and crew on out of there. Epic Player uses the Hortipole to escape here. There's the disengage from Kubiko. Once again, Flyest Raven, manages to get away there. Sonya was looking for that Ancient Spear. Hogger with the Unstoppable. Oh no, gets a wrong bounce. Hogger could be in trouble here. The taunt is out, and that is going to be it. Jägermeister trying to get away from Nathanatos. But there's the VP onto 2. That's almost certainly going to be it for Cassia. The flailing swipes from Kubiko come on in, but it's not going to be enough. Cassia is down. There goes Johanna. That's a triple kill here. Could One Direction try to march in and end this game? Kubiko and Flyest Raven, the only ones on the battlefield for 40 more seconds. They don't have a minion wave, but they're going to take out this keep, and they're going to start moving towards the core. Sonya is locked in with those slams. Flyest Raven on the outside. The leap is actually not going to land onto Flyest Raven. There's the polymorph onto Falstad. Core is down to 85%. This is looking like it's not going to be enough on this defense as Red... Oh no. Red is getting awful low here. Quantum. It's going to be enough. One Direction turning things around. And they go up 2-0. GG. We don't often get to see comebacks there on Sky Temple. Fool's Gambit opening up an early lead, but One Direction bullying their way back onto the map with great rotations once again, finding those picks and snowballing their way to victory. Very, very well done. Jägermeister on the Cassia leading the way on damage for the Fool's Gambit, 41k. And with almost 41k was TV Coffee on the Hanzo, top hero damage for One Direction. Just a great match overall. Very well played from both sides. It was One Direction who played well last and picked up the victory. Very, very good. Take a quick look at our talents. Everything's looking pretty standard, pretty normal. It was the pummel here on 13. Seen a lot more pummel from Hogger these days. And still Headbanger on 16, of course. Yeah, well done. Well done indeed. With that, One Direction is up 2-0. Once again, we're going to be going to a short break. When we come back, it's going to be game number 3. One Direction trying to seal out this set. The Fool's Gambit looking to fight their way back. Don't go far. Alrighty, welcome back. We're getting set up here for game number 3 of the Fool's Gambit versus One Direction, who have gone up 2-0 in this series. Teams are currently checking whether, they want me to play instead of Jaeger, just because I got in 10th and he got 11th into the lobby, but we're working that out. Our map is going to be... Alright, we're going to be going to Towers of Doom here for game number 3, once again at the behest of One Direction. The banned maps for this series: Tomb of the Spider Queen, Infernal Shrines, Battlefield of Eternity, and Cursed Hollow. Oh no, they accidentally started it with me as one of the players. They're gonna reset it, don't worry. Oh dear, oh dear. Alright, Rhett's gonna be back in a second. We're gonna be into our lobby here. While I've got a moment. So we had the only way to stop a lobby that's already started is to just alt F4. So Rhett's gonna be coming on back in. Yeah, I've mentioned it once, but I'm gonna mention it again. Head on over to Matcherino, Matcherino in the chat. And yeah. Make an account, put in the coupon code STORMS2, and you can create free money for the prize pool for these players. Well, I've got a moment. Let me see what it's at right now. What's our total over there on Matcherino? Currently, the prize pool sits at $252.30. You can just start creating quarters. All out of nowhere. Looks like we've got our lobby. Am I a player this time? Oh, we got it. We got it right this time. Towers of Doom is the map. Once again, Fool's Gambit have the first pick. See if there's any change in the strategies, change in the hero selections as we get into our first ban here. We saw the sort of respect bans coming on out from the Fool's Gambit and there in game number 2. We'll see if that switches at all here for Towers of Doom. If they continue to attempt to ban away the last played heroes of One Direction. Oopsie daisy. Don't hit the mic arm, Crush. Don't hit the mic arm. Fool's Gambit. Considering. Pondering. Questioning. And they will land on a Mei ban. We saw Mei ban there in game number 1. Just a great tank right now. Can do an awful lot. Kind of just, you got the slows, you got the roots, you got the blinds, you got the stuns, you got the, you got the stasis, you got everything. Everything you could possibly want all in one hero. How could you say no? The only more generalist hero is Uther. Plays every single role in the game. I've been calling for an Uther rework for 2 patches, and I'm going to call it every single patch until it happens. Because I don't think Uther should be a tank. I don't think he should be a tank. Vikings once again going to be banned out here by One Direction. No funny business to be had today. Fool's Gambit. Thinking about their next ban. Gonna go with the Stukov here. They played the Stukov last time. Now they've banned it here. Could be they're going to be trying for some sort of... Because if they were going for some kind of a pick setup, they could use the Stukov themselves. Makes me wonder if they're going to try to first pick a Malfurion. Falstad banned away by One Direction. It's going to be Brightwing, actually, so they want that global in the Brightwing. They don't want to give up the Stukov in tow. I was thinking maybe it was a Malfurion, but Brightwing has been played in every game so far. Brightwing's just really good. Hard to go wrong with that. Ah, it's Uther! Uther has made it to the draft. TV Coffee going to be playing that, and Cole Winter G back on the Diablo. The freaking Uther made it in. Alright, Flyest Raven going to lock in the Zeratul here, and it will be Johanna once again for BBW Hashmer. Alrighty. Sonya's still up and available. I wouldn't be surprised if the Fool's Gambit choose to ban that out. Tychus going to be the ban here from One Direction to protect their Diablo a little bit. Fool's Gambit. Thinking about their next ban. They've got the Brightwing, they've got the Zeratul. Brightwing is the usual sort of biggest problem for Zeratul, just because the polymorph has such a good range. Uther can be an issue. Diablo can be an issue. Gonna be the Chromie ban. But Flyest Raven really just gonna be looking for the cooldowns. Coming on out from Uther and Diablo to look for a chance to move on in. Is it gonna be a Sonya here once again for One Direction? I've gotta think it's coming through. But it is Towers of Doom. Sonya can double soak, isn't the greatest double soaker compared to what's available. Leoric is a little better at it. It's going to be Vala, Leoric here for Nathanatos, and for Rhett. Makes me wonder if a Malthael is coming on through here for the Fool's Gambit. Can do some good work into Leoric. You know who might be good here? I don't know if it fits with the comp, but Murky is kind of good on Towers of Doom. Sylvanas for Jägermeister. Come on, Epic player. Oh, alright, Dahak is pretty good too. We got some good global action over on the side of the Fool's Gambit. I was thinking maybe a Murky. Maybe. But not this day. Quantum in that last position. Will it be another healer? Will it be another damage dealer? Could even be another tank. Uther lets you play whatever on earth you want. It's going to be Lucio here for Quantum. Okay. The Fool's Gambit have some pretty interesting pressure here. Sylvanas great at pushing down towers quickly. Dahaka and Brightwing can move around the map. I wonder if they're going to be doing something a little unconventional here on Towers of Doom. They're up against Diablo Uther, which is just nasty. That's nasty. But Diablo Uther have to get on their mounts and, you know, roll their way over to whatever's happening. So maybe the global style of the Fool's Gambit will prove successful this time. We'll have to see as we load on in here to game number 3. Here we go. Alrighty. Game number 3, potential match point. On the left in the blue, fighting for their series lives is the Fool's Gambit. BBW Hashmer on the Johanna, Jägermeister on the Sylvanas, Epic Player on the Dahaka, Kubiko on the Brightwing, and Flyest Raven on the Zeratul. On the right in the red, it is Juan Direction with Quantum on the Lucio. Rhett is going to be playing Leoric. Coldwinter G on the Diablo. Athanatos is on the Vala. TV Coffee playing the Uther. Here we go. Game number 3 is underway. Juan Direction on match point here. Zeratul going to be working on that Shadow Hunter on level 1. Going to be the Zoomies quest. Enhanced agility for Dahaka. And Uther going to be stacking up those auto attacks with the Hammer of the Lightbringer. The beef definitely favoring Juan Direction in the early going. Fool's Gambit going to go ahead and just let that wave catch the wall as Quantum and Nathanatos to wiggle around. Look for the dismounts and look to interrupt these rotations. Coldwinter G here as well. As Lucio actually going to break on out here. Here's the Iron Skin from Johanna. Great stun follow-up onto Flyest Raven, but Zeratul going to go ahead and break away. Completely ruining this rotation here is Juan Direction. Very, very committed to the concept. BBW Hashmer is stunned, manages to get the Iron Skin and wiggle away from Coldwinter G there. All the while, looks like Dahaka's posting up in this top lane. Zeratul caught the mid. Leoric gonna go ahead, rotate up to the top. Both teams working on their sapper camps as soon as they're able here. Leoric without level 4. Gonna have a little bit of trouble here catching up. But will ultimately do so once the Neil Peasants is online. Sappers are going to meet in the mid here. W. Hashmer. Athanatos playing very aggressively here. It is enabled to by this Lucio Uther support. BBW Hashmer actually getting a little low there. Kubiko going to have to warp on in to get that big heal. But yeah, Vala's going to be able to play very, very forward in this setup, knowing that the double support is there for the save. Continuing the push here, Sylvanas going to shut that down, but it's not going to be enough. Oh, the Black Arrows will save one Sapper. It's Leoric trying to catch up in the rotation versus this Dahaka, the aid of Zeratul. Uh-oh, full 4-player rotation. Flyest Raven gets the blink away, but Coldwinter G. Can Quantum actually catch up? Zeratul being chased out. Epic Player now on the retreat. Is there enough damage? Nathanatos gets caught behind the wall there, and Epic Player is gonna get away. Hungering Arrow almost finding the kill there, but 150 health left. Checking in on our XP. Very, very similar. Great job by our teams, and they're rotating in a slightly different way, but they're catching those minions. So good job there. Looks like it's going to be a 2-for-1 on the side of Juan Direction without much fuss. Right wing working on there. Oh, actually, Epic Player coming on through, but not in time. Rhett gets hit with the drag. Leoric trying to use the Wraithwalk to get out of there. And will escape. Oh, did I say will escape? Flyest Raven, no! Dude, we hardly knew ye. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, Juan Direction using the opportunity to push this bottom fort. Coldwinter G gets the stun and the flip. Kubiko is going to get away here, though. This fort is still very angry. Coldwinter G with that -20 armor. Almost taken out there. Other player finds the drag and interrupt these Leoric rotations. Dahaka's doing pretty well versus this Leoric in the double soak. I didn't think Dahaka was a primo double soaker, but hey, look at me. I guess with the Zeratul helping out now and again, being able to get the dismounts onto Leoric without losing any dismount of your own is pretty good. It's pretty good. Juan Direction. Looking for the camp steal here. Flyest Raven is ready to come on in. Johanna working their way across with the Iron Skin. Manages to get onto the point here, but there's Diablo with the slam flip. Stun follow-up onto Johanna. Is that going to be enough? Flyest Raven is trying to take out Nathanatos, but will go down first. Cole Winter G gets the cleanse and trying to escape. TV Coffee with that speed boost aid from Quantum. And all in all, Zeratul the only one falling, but the Fool's Gambit do manage to steal that camp. Or keep that camp, I should say. Well, Winter G was thinking about backing, but didn't have the opportunity, as it was looking like the Fool's Gambit may be pushing across the map. And we've got a double altar phase down here in the bottom lane. Jägermeister looking for the quick channel. Polymorph is good onto Quantum. Oh, and they don't get the interrupt. Top channel is complete there by the Fool's Gambit. They've got enough CC to push that Lucio away. Looks like the bottom one is going to go over to Juan Direction, though. The Sapper camp moving in, there's really no way to enter for the Fool's Gambit. 32 to 28, pretty even. Basically even here. But this bottom fort, which looks like it may be going down here, is a problem for the Fool's Gambit. Looks like the Sylvanas damage is going to be enough, or the Vala damage, I should say. Sylvanas is on the other team, Crush. Oh, okay. Okay. We'll get it. Level 10's also here for Juan Direction. It is going to be the Strafe this time for Vala, which is the usual pick when you've got that double support at your back. Continuing to 1.5 soak with this Zeratul and this Dahaka. Quantum and Cole Winter G just making sure that there's no heavy rotation coming in from the mid lane. Right now, Dahaka thinking about coming on through, just getting the speed boost from that bush and clearing the mid. Zeratul aiding in this race versus Leoric. It's going to actually be a Might of the Nerazim for Zeratul this time. Flyest Raven looking for those blow-ups onto Vala, onto Lucio. So no Void Prison this time.
The altars rise.
Continuing the push. Down here in the bottom lane is Juan Direction. Single altar phase spawning here. There's not going to be a whole lot the Fool's Gambit can do here, unless they can find a kill. Ice Unstoppable, though, onto Nathanatos, saving Vala. Leoric pushing this wave in. Yeah, the Fool's Gambit, they're getting kind of locked out here. See if they can make a move onto this camp. BBW Hashmer. There's the black arrows, and it looks like this bottom fort may be in peril. Looking for a camp steal, will be complete. This fort is down to half health, though. Cole Winter G wants to find a slam. Good polymorph is going to stop Diablo mid-charge. So some decent damage done onto this fort by the Fool's Gambit. Dahaka continuing to soak versus the Leoric. Sapper camp is starting to approach the line here. Johanna going to use the Iron Skin to move up. Flyest Raven getting the cleave. Is that going to be enough? Johanna trying to maintain the space. I think all three were cleared there. Kubiko managing to blink away. Lucio with that high five. Yet another cleanse available on top of the Uther. And I'm looking at the Fool's Gambit here, and they're just waiting. They're just not going to take any chances. They know that as the map progresses, they will have the opportunities, and as the levels increase, finding that level 16 on Zeratul is quite the power spike. And with this soak of Zeratul and Dahaka versus Leoric, they could find 16 faster than you might think. It's a double top lane altar, though. We'll have to see what the rotation is from our two teams. This bottom fort is very important here for One Direction, but it is very low. So they're going to have to fully commit to this defense, and they'd have to possibly lose both of the channels if they were to stay. It looks like they're going to go. Right wing may be the one to stay there and siege that bottom fort. Quantum looking for the channel on the right. Flyest Raven trying to get the channel on the left. Looks like it's going to be a simple trade here. Drag from Epic Player will not land. Right wing trying to push up onto this bottom fort, and with this minion wave, that should be the tower going back over to the Fool's Gambit. So some good patience, very, very good patience from the Fool's Gambit there. They've found their way back onto the map. They've lost a couple shots here and there, but ultimately, Towers of Doom doesn't matter too much. Leoric and Dahaka battling away up there. Drain Hope is not going to land, so Leoric is going to have to hightail it on out of there. Uh-oh, Coldwinter G possibly in trouble. Jägermeister with the Banshee wave away. Flyest Raven looking for the teleport. Kubiko in for the save. Quite the kerfuffle here. Is Coldwinter G looking for a slam. Kubiko maybe caught on the edge. The flip is going to be there. Can they get any damage here? Kubiko with that blink heal to the lane is going to get away. Uh-oh, Nathanatos moving back, but still has the Lucio Uther there to help on out. With this camp up, we could have another camp steal here from One Direction. The flip stun onto Johanna is there. Follow up. Look at that. Johanna Ironskin is going to slowly go down here. Silence Arrow from Sylvanas is going to land. D-Shield is going to have to be used on the Vala in that corridor. Flyest Raven trying to get this hit on Nathanatos. Not going to land there. The Vorpal. That's going to be Vala going down. Diablo falls as well. There goes Lucio too. TV Coffee and Brett trying to get away. There goes Uther. Leoric may fall here as well. Trying to cleave the whole enemy team, but that is a full ace for the Fool's Gambit. And out of nowhere, they find their 16s. They find their advantage. And now they're looking at a triple cap here. Holy smokes, what a turnaround. Flyest Raven going to pick up the third altar here. 12 shots. All of a sudden, what was 29 to 18 is now 18 to 17 for the Fool's Gambit. Patience, patience, patience on display from the Fool's Gambit there. They fell early, but they didn't overextend. They waited for their opportunities, and it pays off big. Very well done. One Direction going to try to catch up this bottom lane here. 1 minute still on this camp. Winter G trying to tank this fort. Can they actually get this in time? Here's the rotation. Jägermeister is here with BBW Hashmer. Vala is trying to lock on, but is blinded by the Johanna. The minion wave is going to be close, but here now the fight coming on out. There's the D-Shield going to save Vala for now. Quantum coming on in from the outside. Gets the unstoppable, but Vala's still going to go down here. And oh no, One Direction could be in trouble once again. Uther falls. Flyest Raven is on the chase here, just blinking all over Quantum. With Sylvanas turning off this fort, now this fort range isn't even safe. Coldwinter G looking for a way out. Gets the stun, trying to walk away here. Diablo is going to fall. Another 3 kills. Could it be 4? Quantum gets taken out by Flyest Raven. The might of the Nerazim cannot be contained. It's another quad for the Fool's Gambit. Bottom fort taken out here. They've fully taken the map control. They grab the sapper. Mid fort now in trouble. We've got a single altar phase down in the bottom lane. It's going to be 5-1 on structures here. Vala moving up to try to deal with this sapper. Zeratul coming down to grab the potentially 6 shots here. Almost certainly 6 shots, I should say. Because now the pressure in the top lane is coming on through from Dahaka and Sylvanas. Bottom lane is trying to be guarded by BBW, Hashmer, and Kubiko. Zeratul trying to get this back sapper camp, but here comes One Direction. Yorik's still in the mid, but now we've got a 4v2 chase. What a blessed shield from BBW Hashmer, denying the engage of Diablo. What timing there. Top fort is actually going to go down here. We've got a 6 cap. Oh my goodness, there's the stun that lands onto Dahaka. Epic player is going to get saved by Kubiko. The members of the Fool's Gambit are here. Nathanatos on the backside trying to auto-attack furiously here, trying to get this bottom fort. Vala's going to fall here. TV Coffee's on the retreat. Rhett is trying to desperately take this down. Uther gets taken out. Jägermeister gets out of that kill zone. And oh no, the Fool's Gambit are 6-capping with these 2 kills. There's no way. Quantum trying to get away here. Kubiko almost taken out by the kill zone. 3 more shots. There goes Lucio. And this is going to be it. The Fool's Gambit, they pick up the kills. The full ace is there. And that is going to be it. The Fool's Gambit come roaring back and take their first win of this series. GG. My oh my. The Fool's Gambit. They found their spike. Once they got 16, they just pounced all over One Direction there, taking back the map with 1 ace and another, clawing their way back onto the map and 6-capping their way to victory. What can I say? Very nicely done. Jägermeister on the Sylvanas. Nearly 56k coming on out there for the Fool's Gambit. It was Nathanatos on the Vala, not far behind, almost 55k by the ranged assassin there. Another quick look at the talents. Ooh, baby. Man, what a game, what a turn. Incredibly nicely done. Well done. Update my apps. There we go. Alrighty, team. Game number 3 is in the books. The Fool's Gambit put up their first win on their way to a possible reverse sweep. They're going to give it a shot. We're going to go to a short break. When we come back, it's going to be game number 4 of the Fool's Gambit versus One Direction. Sit tight. Alrighty, welcome back. We are getting set up here for game number 4. Let them know I'm ready. All right, we're in there. We're in there. These teams are rearing and ready to go. It is Garden of Terror for game number 4 here. This time the Fool's Gambit bringing us to GOT. So One Direction has the first pick for the first time in this series. If you're just joining us, Tomb of the Spider Queen, Infernal Shrines, Battlefield of Eternity, and Cursed Hollow were banned away. One Direction picking up the first 2 victories there on Dragonshire and Sky Temple. And then the Fool's Gambit roaring back, picking up the win there on Towers of Doom. Now we're going to be going to Garden of Terror as we see an opening Zeratul ban coming through from One Direction. Understandable, because that Zeratul was dank. Augur going to be the ban here from the Fool's Gambit, and once again a Vikings ban from One Direction. Garden of Terror or Garden of Camps, depending on whatever you want to call it. Augur would be very, very strong. Got your Hogger, you got your Malthael, you got your Sonya. All of these can, solo take camps from level 1. Diablo going to be the ban here from the Fool's Gambit. You know who else can take camps from level 1? Illidan. We're not going to see Illidan today, but it would be pretty cool. And if there was going to be an Illidan, I feel like this would be the map. Nathanatos snapping up that Falstad. Brightwing and Dahaka, so going straight back to the global strategy here. Kubiko and Epic Player going to reprise the roles there. And it's Globals Ahoy throughout this draft. Who's left? ETC, Deathwing, Malfurion going to be the pick here for Quantum, and Rhett going to hop onto the Sonya. Illidan's a global. Come on, play Illidan. 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 Alright, we're not going to get Illidan. It's okay. Fool's Gambit looking at the Falstad, Malfurion, Sonya. They've already banned out the Diablo from that first game. set, or that first game plan One Direction put together. May once again going to be the ban from the Fool's Gambit. Is this the fourth May ban or the third? It's at least the third. Might be the fourth May ban. One Direction. Looking at the Brightwing Dahaka. It's probably enough globals, but we'll see if they want to ban out another, if they want to ban out something like, say, a Johanna. Gonna take away the Sylvanas this time. So Jägermeister not going to be able to play the Banshee Queen in this one. So we'll see what the Fool's Gambit can put together here for their next two slots. They're looking down at a Malfurion Sonya. It's a pretty nasty duo, but you know what can deal with that is Uther, because Uther can deal with everything because that's just the hero he is. Flyest Raven will pick up the Cassia here for the Fool's Gambit as well. Solid backline damage. Varied in, ability versus auto attack. Just a strong character overall. Can't go wrong there. One Direction gonna round out their draft here. No Diablo or May to be had. It's going to be the Muradin here for Cole Winter G. TV Coffee is going to go back to the Rexar. Okay. So we got the Falstad Rexar in the off lanes. We got Sonya doing all the camps. To see what Jägermeister wants to pick up here. Ooh. Fancy. We got a Maiev coming on through from Jägermeister. Maybe trying to warp on through and pick up the Malfurion Rexar, not the most mobile of heroes. Interesting setup once again. All right. Yeah, the globals here from the Fool's Gambit are absolutely going to make up for their somewhat lack of beef here. Though Maiev Uther on the front line can definitely do some work. A little bit more stable off lanes here. We got the Rexar, Sonya, Falstad on the other side. And the Maiev is kind of the wild card here. We'll have to see how it plays. Loading on in. Game number 4. Fool's Gambit on the left, still looking to survive in this series. Flyest Raven going to be playing the... Gosh, why can't I see? It's the Cassia. PBW Hashmer on the Uther, Epic Player on the Dahaka, Kubiko on the Brightwing, Jägermeister on the Maiev. On the right in the red, we have One Direction with TV Coffee on the Rexar, Cole Winter G on the Muradin, Quantum going to be playing Malfurion, Nathanatos on the Falstad, and Rhett on the Sonya. Game number 4 is underway here on Garden of Terror. Got the Thunder Fury quest for Cassia. Hammer of the Lightbringer once again here for the Uther. It is enhanced agility for Dahaka. Those stacking quests for the Fool's Gambit. Muradin with that baseline stacking at the Stormbolts, looking to unlock that Pierce. There's the big Malfurion route. After Flyest Raven is going to hook 3 here with that Umbral Bind. TV Coffee able to walk on out of there. Fireworks fly in the early going here. Falstad does have that Dishonorable Discharge quest, so going to be looking to stack up those lightning rods on enemy heroes. If you remember Patch Week, you may remember that Dishonorable Discharge had a little bit of a bug issue, as Rexar having a little bit of a bug issue versus this Brightwing going down in the bottom lane, where Dishonorable Discharge was proccing on everything. Flyest Raven able to get the warp on out of there. That is no longer the case. Falstad's level 1 has been fixed, and is now only proccing off heroes as intended. Malfurion going to go ahead and start up this right side siege as Rexar rejoining the fray here. Camps being taken on the left-hand side as well. Cole Winter G looking for anyone to step out. Keeping an eye on this left-hand bruiser as well. Excuse me. Let me get some water in. Relax the throat a little bit, goodness me. Not used to casting so many games. Checking in on our XP, it looks like the Fool's Gambit have quite the advantage so far in the minions. About a full level, or a full wave ahead here, as they're now up 4-2-3. Moving up to the top side here. Malfurion and Falstad are going to be the camping crew for Juan Direction, while Cassia and Uther pick up the bruiser camp on the bottom left side. The Haka moving in here, making Athanatos think twice. But the siege camp is picked up there. We've got our first seed spawning on the sort of mid-left side. Coldwinter G moving around the outside here, looking for a stun, but it's going to be BBW Hashmer finding it first. There's the global coming on in from Falstad. They really want to find this kill. Brightwing is going to be rooted and slept on arrival. Tahaka here as well, and it's quite the kerfuffle. Maev and Sonya were working on camps. Muradin going to be going down here. Camps are pushing, camps are taken, and it is going to be the Fool's Gambit with the hoarding of the minions, and Kubiko with the quick cap there, picking up the first seed point for the Fool's Gambit. Rhett getting a big push with this bruiser camp in the top lane, but able to mount and escape, seeing that Maev and Dahaka were off the map. Mostly getting that clear. Love to see what our teams do in terms of rotations. BPW Hashmer playing nice and safe there. Jägermeister able to stay out of sight. As we see Coldwinter G once again looking for Kubiko here. Misha in this top brush. Now Furion is here as well. They really want this Brightwing. Going in there, looking for the stun, but Kubiko gets behind the wall. Here comes Flyest Raven, BBW Hashmer. They may be looking for Muradin once again here. The roots in the bush there are going to split off Jägermeister for just a moment. As the globals from the Fool's Gambit are really coming in handy here. Dahaka and Brightwing able to just group up whenever they need. Falstad also using the globals to try to join these fights. Next seed is spawning in the mid-right side this time. Coming on up just now. Dahaka running away from the Sonya here as we have a little bit of an issue here in the mid lane. Sleep is going to land onto 2 from Quantum. See Juan Direction just looking to interrupt these rotations as much as possible. Sonya thinking about clearing out these minions for a cap. It's looking like the Fool's Gambit are just happy to give up this seed point for now and keep themselves on the path to level 10 here. Athanatos gets the barrel roll and will manage to get away. Gonna have to back for some health though. Coldwinter G getting polymorph there, just looking for some stun stacks. Finds one there onto Uther. There's the carpet, gonna keep Hashmer body block there. Kubiko coming in for the save. Athanatos has come to join the fight as well. Here comes Epic Player, and it's a full fiesta here with these globals. Polymorph is there, and Malfurion is going down. TV Coffee trying to escape here. The global presence from the Fool's Gambit is so strong. On these mini invades, they find their level 10s. They steal this siege camp. They're getting set up for their next seed point down here in the bottom lane. Athanatos trying to stack that level 1. Trying to get away from Jägermeister here. BBW Hashmer with a huge Divine Storm. Falstad stuck in the corner there. TV Coffee gets pulled in by the Valkyrie. What a play. Rexar taken down as well. And the Fool's Gambit grabbed their second seed point off the double kill. I'm jealous because I never hit my Valkyries. Every time I cast Valkyrie, it never works out. So watching Jägermeister finally seeing a Valkyrie land is very satisfying for me personally. Sonya working on the right side camps there for Juan Direction. We've got the Bruiser camps going to be pushing down the bottom lane here for the Fool's Gambit. Threatening seed point here is the Fool's Gambit. Juan Direction going to have to contest this. Do they have the time? They're going to have to rotate away from this Bruiser camp while Kubiko uses that global pressure once again. Get some work done in the bottom lane. Siege Camp is picked up before Rhett and Cold Winter G can get in there, but it's a full invade once again. Epic Player using the stasis to stay alive for now, but it's going to be rooted and slept. Big combo from Maiev coming on out. The silence landing as well. Uther going to be the first to fall here as there's complete chaos. Rhett trying to move on back here. Cold Winter G with the Avatar staying healthy for now. Gets the Dwarf Toss on out. But look at the health bars over on the side of the Fool's Gambit. So healthy. Malfurion is going down here. Rexar falls as well. Brightwing going down, but there's Muradin. Nathanatos trying to get the last hit on the Flyest Raven. Jägermeister on the chase here, looking for one more hit, and that's going to be it. The ace comes on through. They lose the Uther and the Brightwing, but they gain themselves the Garden Terrors, which are going to be pushing down all 3 lanes. I think that might have been a maximum Umbral Bind from Maiev. That might have hit everybody. It certainly looked like it hit everybody. These Garden Terrors doing some big work as all the members of One Direction were down when they spawned. So bottom is already taken out here. Mid is trying to be defended by One Direction as now Dahaka trying to get away from Rhett and Nathanatos. Top fort is down. Epic Player with that agility trying to move away here, but there's the leap. Oh, the stun from this is quite the chase here. Isolation coming on out. Brightwing warping into the top lane. This could be a turnaround onto Rhett. The drag is going to land right into the... There's the Garden Terror slam again. Sonya is down. Oh my gosh, Epic Player. Incredible stuff there in the top lane. One Direction trying to clear those opposite lanes. Bottom and mid are dealt with, but Falstad gets hit by the Divine Storm. Epic Player just tanking these keep shots. There's the stun onto Cold Winter G. The Avatar is going to be enough. Misha Charge pushing back the members of the Fool's Gambit, but they're now up 3 levels and 13 to 12 on the kills as they move back and try to paint this map blue. Unbelievable stuff coming out from the Fool's Gambit there. They find this Bruiser Camp Steel. Sonya and Falstad back on the map here. And One Direction, they're going to be in a tough spot. The top is already damaged. Bottom is damaged. Maiev still has this wall to get behind. They're going to have to make some big plays. We got a camp invade coming on through. Falstad comes from the outside with the gust onto Hashmer. There's the leap as well. And Uther is deleted from the game. Flyest Raven with a big play with that Warden's Cage. Quantum going to be the next to go down. Nathanatos falls. There's Rexar as well. Rhett trying to get away. Cold Winter G uses the Dwarf Toss. Rhett trying to go back in and heal, but that's Sonya down. It's 4 for 1.
Are you ready for it?
For the Fool's Gambit, and they're going to start to push down this bottom lane. They don't even have to worry about the seed point. There's only one available on the side. Uh-oh, we've got a possible disconnect here. We'll see if we get a pause. Flyest Raven gets saved. Oh, Sonya is back. Looks like we'll just go ahead and continue. Bottom keep taken out here by the Fool's Gambit. They even have enough time to move back and think about this seed. Putting on an absolute clinic here is the Fool's Gambit. Tanking these minions, picking up the next point. They're now 1 of 3 for their next wave. Going in for this camp steal. TV Coffee. We'll see it. Quantum staying out of range of BBW Hashmer there. Uh-oh. Is it time for another epic escape to Haka? Oh no, I think you may not be doing it. There's the juke. The leap isn't gonna land. Haka gets away. Such speed, such grace. Epic Player. Athanatos gets the gust and the flyover to get to safety. Another nifty move coming on out from the offlaner. Next seed spawning in 15 seconds here in the top lane. Dahaka working on this back camp. Top left camp, possibly? No, not enough time here. Fool's Gambit are just going to go ahead and set up on this point. 2 showing in lane. And looks like it's going to be a free point going over to the Fool's Gambit. Without level 16s, One Direction definitely don't have the advantage in a next fight here. They're now down Nearly 3 full levels. Looking for a possible rotation onto Dahaka once again here, but there's the tunneling clause. An Epic player avoids the stun train. And One Direction is doing what they need to do. Like, they need to just... They're moving around, they're trying to find these kills to get that catch-up experience. Because just passively soaking the lanes is not going to get them a whole lot. They've only got 1 keep left to the 6 remaining structures, which means the passive XP is not going to be in their favor at all. They're moving in, they're trying to make some plays. Leap is going to land onto 2. Athanatos pushes 2 in, and that's going to be it for Uther and Cassia. Big stuff coming on out from One Direction. Flyest Raven trying to get away here. The micro stuns from Muradin. Oh, Flyest Raven gets over the wall. Nathanatos is on the chase. Brightwing with the save. Now Nathanatos may be the one who's in trouble. Polymorph and the pull are good. Here comes the rest of One Direction trying to save the Falstad. Full Winter G finds the stun onto the Maiev. That's going to be it. Kubiko being chased down as well. And that's a couple of staggers here for One Direction. See what they can do with it. They're going to grab this mid fort. Top lane is pushing into core here. Someone's going to have to deal with this soon. Dahaka trying to stop the back. Does manage to stop the back of Nathanatos there. It's a great play there by Epic player. Trying to find the next brush. Speed Demon will not stop Nathanatos this time. So Falstad will be able to get back. 90% on the core here. Possibly more. There's 85%. These catapults are locked in. At least one is. Next seed point. We're now 2-2 on seed points. One Direction gets this camp seal on the bottom left. Uh-oh. Tunneling Claw's not available. There's the root. Sleep coming on out onto Epic player, but still has the healing. Rhett jumps onto the back line. Jägermeister getting follow-up stun there by the Muradin. Somehow still alive here is Cassium using the Fen to move on in there. Huge storm comes out. That's Cassia down. Brightwing is down, but Misha and Sonya falling as well. Epic player gets gusted away by Nathanatos, but still going in there with the tunneling claws. They're looking for another drag. Flyest Raven with the huge cleaves. Rexar is going to go down here. Quantum bounced back by the Warden's cage. Malfurion taken out. There's the full Winter G is pulled back in by the Umbral Bind. And it's a 4-for-2 for the Fool's Gambit. Can they go core with just a Maiev, Uther, Dahaka? I don't think they can. Falstad is in for the defense. It's set 15 seconds on the Sonya. They're not going to go for it. They're just going to go for the seed. I think that's probably the play here. It's going to be 2 terrors on the core. I want to see if they delay this. BBW Hashmer is going to get the channel. Alright, they're not going to go for the delay. I was thinking maybe you go for the delay just to let your Cassia catch up. Brightwing is going to get to catch up with the global. But now, Garden Terror in the top lane going to be pushing onto the core, which is now at 37%, by the way. Flyest Raven with the Leap of the Wardens. Vault of the Wardens, I should say, getting away from that leap. Kubiko being chased out by Rhett. Oh, Brightwing down to 43 health, going to survive, but this core shielding is being taken down here. Divine Storm, that's going to be it for Rexar, and that's going to be it for the core. The Fool's Gambit. Even this series up at 2-2. GG. Well done. The Fool's Gambit looking fantastic there on Garden of Terror. Really taking control of that map and rolling their way to a victory. Very, very nicely done. Epic player on the Dahaka. 0 deaths. Max siege. Max hero damage. Putting on an absolute clinic out there. Very nicely done. Rhett on the Sonya. Similar stats across the board. Top siege. Top hero for One Direction. Battle of the Bruisers goes the way of the Fool's Gambit. Very, very nicely done. Take a quick look at the talent screen. See if there's anything. We did see the Divine Storm from the Uther, which did a lot of work in this setup. Very, very well played by BBW Hashmer there. Saw the Valkyrie, so no ball lightning. Instead going for those picks, finding that Rexar in the back line. Well done. And there you have it. Good stuff. that means we're going to a game number 5. We don't get to see these that often. I'm excited. We're going to be going to a quick break. We're going to try to get some more water in me so I can make it to the end of this cast. But don't go far. It's going to be game number 5 between the Fool's Gambit and One Direction. Sit tight. Alrighty, welcome back. We are going to game number 5 between the Fool's Gambit and One Direction. Game number 5. So we're going in right away. Going to be on Brax's Holdout. Be our final map of the night. Be an exciting one. One Direction with the first 2 wins. The Fool's Gambit coming on back with the next 2. Whew. Not sure who's going to take this one. It's going to be tough. This is a pretty different map than everything else we've played so far. So we may see some differing comps coming on through. We'll see whether the Fool's Gambit can pull off the global style or if they've got something else in mind here. Stukov going to be the ban for the Fool's Gambit to start things off. One Direction. They've been banning a lot of TLV and stuff. I wouldn't say TLV is a big threat here on Braxis. We have to be a very particular style. We're going to go ahead and take the Zeratul off the board here. Excuse me. Fool's Gambit. They've been banning a lot of May. They can do some work here on Braxis. They're going to take out the Diablo, though. Cole Winter G has been playing a mean Diablo today. And Chromie, once again taken off the board by One Direction. Will it be another Falstad first pick here? That's been the trend so far in this series. Let's see what the pickup's going to be for the Fool's Gambit. Braxis Holdout. Zul'jin can also do some work here. We haven't seen a Zul'jin priority at all. Epic player going to lock in the Rexar, though. Still similar to Dragonshire, just very good at holding a point for a long period of time. One Direction going to get their chance on the May. Rhett going to lock that in alongside the Cassia of Nathanatos. Something that, you know, people always think of the Johanna Cassia for the blind combo, the empowering of Cassia's abilities, but May can blind pretty much as often. So that's, you know, it's still quite the combo there from One Direction. Jägermeister locking in a Junkrat, the first sighting of Junkrat so far in this series, and Kubiko going to be on the Lucio. Looking at Rexar, Junkrat, Lucio. Good point control. Over on the side of the Fool's Gambit, they're going to ban away the Maiev there. Last time Maiev was played by Jägermeister, but there's no saying that, you know, Fool's Gambit don't pull a little switcheroo there. Maiev doing some huge work in that last game. Very, very, very good. Fool's Gambit, they're looking at the Cassia May. Just a solid little combination. Got the Rexar already picked. We'll see if they want to ban a solo laner that hurts Rexar. There's not a lot of them. Alright, Deathwing taken off the board. Deathwing could definitely be a little bit difficult for Rexar. Quantum very happy to move right back onto the Malfurion here. I'm interested to see what Cold Winter G is going to play unless Rhett is going to pass off the May. See what the second lock-in is. It's going to be Dahaka here. We got Dahaka versus Rexar in that top lane. Last 2 picks for the Fool's Gambit. They've got the Junkrat for point control on the bottom side. They've got the Rexar on the top side. No Zeratul available. I mean, you could do the Varian, but I think Varian getting caught by Malfurion would kind of be rough. Ooh, ETC Genji. Elias Raven going to be locking in that old Braxis classic Genji. BBW Hashmer going to be on the ETC here. First sighting of the cow in this series as well, so a couple of firsts, few firsts, over on the side of the Fool's Gambit. We'll see what TV Coffee is looking to lock in here with that Rexar taken away. It's going to be a Leorix. Oh, interesting. So maybe a little bit of a rotation between the Dahaka and the Leoric. We'll have to see who ends up in that top lane. Maybe they rotate around. Maybe it's going to be a Dahaka top, Leoric bot, and then Cassia, Mei, Malfurion just move between them. Could be the case. Could be the case. Alrighty. Yeah. These are some interesting compositions. I'm really interested to see how they clash together. It looks like One Direction is going to be looking for a lot of rotations from their three between the top and bottom, where it looks like Rexxar will be posting up top with possibly Genji, Junkrat, Lucio. They can move around pretty well in their own right. So we'll have to see whose rotations prove superior. Alrighty. Game number 5 on the left in the blue. Looking to bring it all the way back is the Fool's Gambit with Flyest Raven on the Genji, Jägermeister on the Junkrat, Kubiko on the Lucio, BBW Hashmer on the ETC, Epic Player on the Rexxar. On the right in the red, looking to hold on for the series victory is One Direction with Rhett on the Mei, Quantum playing the Malfurion, TV Coffee on the Leoric, Athanatos is going to be playing the Cassia, and Coldwinter G is on that Dahaka. Here we go, game number 5 on Braxis Holdout. Kabalski with the 500 bits. This is an awesome series. Thank you very much. And Jazzaline coming in with the big party at 23. Coming on in for this game number 5 as the clash continues in the top lane here. Misha manages to get away. Both teams just floating around the mid, waiting for one another to show, and it looks like it's going to be Junkrat down in this bottom lane versus Dahaka for now. BBW Hashmer with a big slide through, pushing Nathanatos back in. But look at the root combo. Misha and Lucio going to go down. Flyest Raven falls on that Genji as well. 2 quick ones for One Direction here, and they're going to start their siege. Epic Player, oh no. There's that carpet from Malfurion, forcing Rexxar to stay outside the gate. There's Malfurion roots, that Emerald Dreams. So dangerous. There for Malfurion. Checking back in on the bottom lane here. Looks like Junkrat has had a bit of an advantage so far. Flyest Raven coming on down to try to control this beacon. TV Coffee munching on that Misha Bear just a little bit. Now taking a very aggressive rotation here is One Direction. Going to force Kubiko to think twice about skating on through. Gets the dismount. It's Flyest Raven getting on out of there. BBW Hashmer. Jägermeister could be in trouble here. Drops a great blizzard, forcing Junkrat to stay out there. Gonna bomb right over the wall, though. Way to get on out of there. There's definitely a lot of traps. That, what was Leoric almost going down in that top lane there? Flyest Raven, an Epic Player, almost picking off that Leoric. Now Furion is displaced, I should say. Not quite misplaced. By the Junkrat. As Genji just hanging around on the side, forcing TV Coffee to stay near that wall. Getting ready to come on up here. There's the stun, there's the dash. Can they find this Leoric? Ooh! Misha Bear going down there, and uh-oh, Epic Player could be in trouble. Rhett and Athanatos are on the chase. Circling back around here. Oh no. Can Epic Player? No way. No way. Oh, Nathanatos finds him. Epic Player is going to be rooted, going to be stunned, and going to be taken down here. Nice job by One Direction. That would have been the funniest escape. Oh man, Coldwinter G is being pushed back by the Fool's Gambit, and this Hellbat camp is not going to help much either. Fool's Gambit doing a good job of controlling this bottom lane. Flyest Raven, oh no, Genji is caught by One Direction on that top wall. It's pick central here for One Direction, now up 4 kills to nothing, and now up a full level here. Gonna be 6-5 in just a moment. Full siege on this top wall is there. Nathanatos trying to get this well and will complete the damage. One Direction looking very, very good so far. Coldwinter G doing what a good offlaner does and just staying alive, surviving. The stun is good onto Misha. Athanatos putting out a little bit of damage there. But the heal from Rexar will keep the bear alive. And wow, just doing a great job of controlling this top point is One Direction. They're starting to mount up, though. BW Hashmer keeping an eye on things. Flyest Raven is here. A little bit caught out. Can we see the Fool's Gambit catch anyone here? Rhett is going to be slowed down by Kubiko. Jägermeister throwing some of those grenades over the wall. And now we've got the channel. One Direction was controlling both points briefly. Fool's Gambit managed to move on up to the top lane. Only 10% being channeled there. Jägermeister, oh no, still has the advantages to get out. Was not quite caught by those Malfurion roots. Junkrat escapes. Oh, Nathanato's actually getting repositioned there. Cassia starting to move back. Nice icing, though. Coming on in from Rhett, that level 7, giving the movement speed and the physical armor. And be instrumental for Mei to come on through with these saves. Level 7s have arrived for the Fool's Gambit. As we see Rexar and Genji just making life difficult for Leoric there in the top lane. Rhett just living on over here, looking for the bump onto Junkrat. Oh no, caught by the sleeping roots, caught by the blizzard as well. Flyest Raven is all over the back line of One Direction. Cole Winter G is pushed over that wall. Flyest Raven healing up with that tap. And these roots, these traps from Junkrat, very annoying to deal with on these points. Jägermeister doing a great job. Oh, Red actually blown right over the wall there. Blizzard is committed. Red's going to be just fine. Now this bottom wall is down here. One Direction with some huge pressure. Both walls in the top and bottom lanes still standing for One Direction. Bottom well is down as well. Athanatos gets on the right side of that Junkrat bomb. Staying nice and safe. Flyest Raven is here as well as Cole Winter G. Bomb is not going to reposition anyone from One Direction. Oh, the drag not quite landing onto Kubiko. Close one. Close call there. For the Lucio. Junkrat a little bit low here. The roots are going to land onto BBW Hashmer, and Flyest Raven is just trying to put as much damage into Malfurion as possible. Lucio, though, taken down. Last hit coming on through from the Mei. So we see Flyest Raven trying to turn over this channel. Oh, the root comes out there. The sleep is good. Stun as well. Flyest Raven did not have the dash available, and Genji goes down. TV Coffee just chewing on Misha once again. Epic player trying to move Leoric off that point. Uh-oh, Quantum could be in some trouble here. The slide is not going to be enough. Quantum survives but has no mana remaining. Trying to get back on the side of this fort while they still have a minion wave. Rexar actually taken down in the top lane. We had a rotation from Rhett. And that's going to be One Direction controlling both of these beacons. BBW Hashper finds the slide once again onto Quantum. Malfurion somehow still alive, but Flyest Raven makes quick work of that. Stun is good. Could Genji be down again? Oh, Genji taken out. The last auto attack from Cassia following Genji on the dive. Jägermeister falls as well. It's a 2-for-1 for One Direction, as well as a huge Zerg wave going to be pushing down this bottom lane. 11-9 is the levels here for One Direction. Genji is up. Junkrat going to be up soon. They should have level 10s on this defense. Rexar looking to flank possibly from the outside. It starts to move back to the top lane. This keep is almost certainly going down here as level 10s have not been achieved by the Fool's Gambit. There it is. Level 10s are here, but this keep already down to half. The Zerg wave is in. Oh, look at that. Cassia taken down. Flyest Raven is Dragon Blading all over the back line here, and Quantum almost certainly going to fall as well. Still staying alive. Epic player flanking with the boars. Malfurion goes down here. Rhett drops the Self-Blizzard to try to escape, stunning Misha. Looks like that physical armor will be enough for Rhett to escape. Full Winter G and TV Coffee both get slid on by Hashmer. Leoric trying to get away here. Looks like Dahaka and Leoric do manage to escape. Or do they? Kubiko coming on in here. Flying in with that speed boost.
Resetting pens as per protocol.
And with the bottom keep already gone here, that means constant catapult pressure in the bottom lane. It's just going to be life for the rest of the game for the Fool's Gambit. We have seen them stabilize. We have seen them get back into these sort of games. Towers of Doom was a great example of that. They just bided their time, found their opportunities. See if they can pull off the same thing here on Braxis Holdout, or if One Direction can keep this momentum and find a path to victory. Even a team wipe at this point, well, a team wipe is probably core with the way the bottom lane is pushed in, but they would need pretty much a team wipe here because the death timers are still so short at this point in the game. Hellbat steal is good from One Direction. Cole Winter G is looking for a drag. We're not going to find it. Lucio just a little too swift there. May working the edges here, just looking to cut down on the rotations. Brett going to be just fine here versus the Lucio Genji. Junkrat down in the bottom lane is currently dealing with a double camp push. Hellbat and the Bruiser. TV Coffee does not quite find the Drain Hope as Red is trying to isolate Kubiko here. The fort is still up. There's a big mosh from BBW Hashmer. Going to be interrupted by the Avalanche, but Cassie is going to be the first to fall. Big root onto the Fool's Gambit, but Genji is up and available, swiping away onto this Mei. Getting healed back up to nearly full, though. Cole Winter G trying to find Kubiko. Good kill onto Cassia by the Fool's Gambit. That's going to get them a little bit of catch-up XP, and now they're even on these level 13s. Jägermeister manages to clean up that bottom lane. Beacons are activating in 5 seconds here. Oh, the root onto Lucio. What a pick there. One Direction finding a kill, a very important kill, to make sure that the momentum did not swing too far against them. Rhett is still chasing down Flyest Raven. There's the dash on through. Misha chasing down Quantum here. Will be leashed. Dismounted. And now we've got One Direction are channeling both. Cole Winter G finds the drag. Nathanatos is here as well. Flyest Raven has to use the dash to get on out of there. Oh no! TV Coffee is on the chase with the slow. Boars is going to be committed by Rexar here. Flyest Raven managing to get away. That was looking like a possible kill onto Genji. Rhett is just trying to ward away the Fool's Gambit as much as possible. BBW Hashmer looking for another slide into Mosh. Is going to catch one here. Going to be the Malfurion. Rhett gets the interrupt. One Direction has the next Zerg wave pushing down the top lane. Can Epic Player and Jägermeister escape? No, Rexar's going to fall. The root, the sleep, the stun, ETC trying to get away. It's going to go down here. That's 3 kills for One Direction. Flyest Raven going to be caught. The protect. TV Coffee, we got to catch this. Dragon Blade for extra movement speed is going to be enough. Genji escapes, but can they escape this Zerg wave? Lucio is back on the battlefield here. Cole Winter G is on this keep. Fool's Gambit are going to be up for this defense, but this is going to be quite the wave here. Leoric pushing the catapults into the core in the bottom wave. Top keep is down. TV Coffee manages to get the Wraithwalk away, and can they stand up for this core defense? The Fool's Gambit need a miracle here. Jägermeister caught on the outside by TV Coffee. Junkrat rooted, going to be saved there by the Lucio, but Junkrat ultimately falls. Flyest Raven is inside the wave. Genji goes down. Core is down to 80%. Cole Winter G managing to heal on up. BBW Hashmer finds 2 in the mosh, but no damage to go down here. And that is going to be the core. One Direction holds on and picks up the 3-2 series victory. GG. Oh, quite the finish there. 2 wins for One Direction, 2 wins for the Fool's Gambit, and One Direction seal the deal on Braxis Holdout. Incredible, incredible series today. Very good. Very, very good. Jägermeister on the Junkrat leading the way on damage. Fantastic mines throughout that game. Fantastic self-saves as well. Nearly 35k damage. Nathanatos on the Cassia, nearly cresting 50k there, doing huge work for Juan Direction. Incredible job there. Take a quick look at the talent screen, and I think we're going to go ahead and wrap up this here broadcast. Just load that up. There we go. Grab some water and close this out.